Hello, I'm Christopher Jones from Bicycles Network Australia and welcome to our YouTube channel. We're looking at the Speedplay Ultra Light Action Road Cycling Cleats. I'm wearing a pair right now. My first test is to get onto my indoor trainer. Not quite as easy as I generally hope. So I'm in here. Okay. One of the things about the cleats is it's sometimes really about the practice and knowing exactly where to put it in. To actually get these cleats on the pedals is not quite as difficult, but one of the things that I've learned over the past few weeks of trialing these is that you need some dry lube, and that really helps getting the foot in to the shoe. Getting it out is super easy. The ultralight action cleats from Speedplay, they have two versions. One is a regular type of version with a metal base plate which you can walk on, and it might wear somewhat, but generally it won't affect clipping in and out. I have the version here with the walkable cleat, and that has a cover, which means that I can walk around and it keeps essentially all the dirt and gravel or anything else, or the cafe floors, keeps it well away from all the mechanisms to clip in and out. Now, the ultralight action are targeted towards cyclists who need to have an easier solution to get in and out of. They do have some differences to the Zero, the Speedplay Zero, which is the top model cleats from Speedplay. Now, the Zeros, they have float, which can be adjustable. So the float is my ability to move my heel left and right, and what that actually does, the float's quite important because it gives me the ability to be able to pedal in a more natural movement. If I'm dead straight and locked in, it can actually be a little bit harmful and cause injury, but by being able to provide some movement which affects my foot and also my knee somewhat, it actually provides generally a more comfortable ride. But different riders will require different levels of float. Now, the Speedplay Zeros, they have an adjustable float, so you have a maximum of 15 degrees, which is 7.5 degrees left and right of center. Now, with these ultralight actions, they have 15 degrees of float and there are no adjustment possibilities. Now, that can be good and bad depending on what you need. So if you're happy with the entire float, that's good. If not, and you need essentially to really zone that down, then you may really think about kind of going for the Zeros instead, where you can tie that down. The walkable cleats are also available on the Zeros, and it does mean that there are some mechanical differences to the way that the pedals have been manufactured. I've been riding these for a while. I've found that yes, the dry lube is actually quite critical to me to ensure that I'm always clipping in at ease and comfort. It is taking a bit of time to get used to and just to know where the position is, but generally, you know, once it becomes memorized, then you're not having big issues clipping in, and clipping out is super easy. So the idea of having that clip stack when you come to the traffic light, look, that's something which is just generally, or it shouldn't happen, because it's just so easy just to click straight out. So let's have a little bit of a closer look at clipping in and out. You can see that on the video that I'm showing that when you clip in, it is quite critical to have the right position. Now, the way that the cleat is designed, you kind of can aim it into place, but sometimes it seems that the lip does catch on. I do actually like this system over some of the other systems. It does have some advantages. The pedal is very compact. I think it looks good as well, but it's a compact pedal, whereas the Shimano SPD SL, that is a larger pedal, and the larger pedal with the Shimano and the Keo, for example, they have to be on the right side. Now, although they are weighted, they generally angle at a certain at a certain angle, which makes it a little easier. The Speedplay system can be clipped in from both sides, so that's quite comfortable. But while you're clipping in, you still have to somewhat angle the pedal so that it's in the right place. When you don't have the dry lube, and at the moment this is worn off somewhat, then I do find it just becomes more and more difficult. So it's just a matter of servicing and maintaining your pedals, so then you get the easy clip in. Now, I'm not concerned that I won't clip in at all. It just means that when I start off, get the right position, it might take a little bit longer if I haven't got these serviced, but I still find that they're very easy and simple to clip in. Generally a lot less hassle than the other systems, although with the Speedplay Zero, yes, that's going to be a little bit tougher and require a little bit more force to clip in. The other thing which I think is quite good about this system is that the cleats are relatively compact and they keep, let's say, a lot of the dirt and grime away. So if I'm walking with SPD SLs from Shimano and I walk around a little bit, then the bottom of the cleat can start to degrade a little bit, and it can make it harder to clip in over time. I have had times where I've had to get a small knife to be able to cut off some of the burrs to be able to clip back in, and those are on big cycling trips where I'm walking around a lot more than I usually would. With this Speedplay system, because it is an internal system, it keeps generally away from the dirt and muck. It doesn't mean that it can't affect it at all, but what it does mean is you have a better chance of keeping away. And it's also really comfortable, you know, if you are at the coffee shop, to walk around without being fearful of skating. So yeah, these are the Speedplay ultralight action cleats. I hope you learned a little bit more about what they're for and whether they could be something which would suit your needs. So stay tuned to the Bicycles Network Australia YouTube channel. We have lots of videos where we like looking at technology and bringing cycling news and cycling love to you all. Don't forget to subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you next time.